Welcome to the second episode of 10 Forward Test Kitchen, a galaxy of food from the final frontier. Today, we're taking a runabout to the Beta Quadrant as we tackle one of Bajor's most formidable dishes, Hasperat.
I've been working on the brine for weeks, trying to get it as close to my grandfather's recipe.
Oh, it's like a burrito from Earth. Have you tried Mexican food? It's pretty spicy, but I have got this. Holy. Oh. That's good. This is so spicy.
Hasperat first appeared in the penultimate episode of Star Trek The Next Generation, Preemptive Strike, where Ro Laren recalls her father's Hasperat brine as the strongest she'd ever tasted, the kind of flavour that leaves your eyes watering and your tongue seared. Due to Deep Space Nine's proximity to Bajor, Hasperat cropped up regularly throughout the series, usually served at diplomatic functions in episodes like Crossfire and Rejoined. Even members of the Orion Syndicate couldn't resist a snack while plotting a murder in a simple investigation. So what is Hasperat? A spicy Bajoran wrap traditionally made with a specially prepared brine, potent enough to clear the sinuses from here to the Celestial Temple. According to the original 90s Star Trek cookbook, Deep Space Nine props master Joe Longo explained that the on-set food was simply flour tortillas laid with cream cheese and red and green bell peppers, looking not unlike a sandwich wrap that you'd find on a craft services table. The updated cookbook expands on that idea by incorporating kimchi, which is a traditional Korean dish of fermented cabbage in a spicy brine. But in our road testing, we found this wasn't exactly something you'd want to sink your teeth into after a long shift in waste extraction. So instead, we turned to a different piece of Trek culinary history, the themed Star Trek restaurant from Universal Studios FanFest nights, where, among the neon lights and warp core cocktails, they served a Hasperat-inspired dish with a real kick. And that's the version we're making today. Behold, our interpretation of Bajoran Hasperat, a spicy shredded pork wrap layered with fresh spinach, pickled vegetables, and a punchy Sriracha mayonnaise. A firecracker of a meal guaranteed to warm the heart of any downtrodden resistance fighter and keep them fueled for another day. For the pickled vegetables, we recommend preparing them at least 24 hours ahead of time. In a saucepan, heat 1 cup of water, half a cup of rice wine vinegar, 1 tablespoon of sugar, and 1 tablespoon of salt, until dissolved. Meanwhile, in a jar, combine 1 cup of shredded Napa cabbage, 1 cup of radish cut into matchsticks, and 1 cup of carrot, also cut into matchsticks. For extra bite, add half a sliced chili and half a tablespoon of peppercorns. Pour the hot brine over the vegetables, allow it to cool, then refrigerate for 24 to 48 hours. The vegetables should stay crisp but absorb a great deal of flavour. Now onto the star of the Hasperat, the spicy pork. In a large bowl, combine 1 teaspoon of paprika, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, half a teaspoon of onion powder, half a teaspoon of white pepper, half a teaspoon of dried rosemary, and a pinch of salt. Add in a 400 to 500 gram pork fillet, rubbing the spice mix all over. Set your pressure cooker to saute mode and sear the pork until browned on all sides. Then add 1 sliced red onion, 2 minced garlic cloves, 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of brown sugar, 1 tablespoon of honey, 1 can of diced tomatoes, 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, and 1 tablespoon of gochujang, a spicy Korean chili paste. Lock the lid, set the vent to seal, and cook on high pressure for 30 minutes. Depending on the thickness of your pork fillet, you may need to adjust the time accordingly. One thing we're discovering as this series evolves is just how inconsistent Star Trek food can be, not only from show to show, but even episode to episode. Hasperat, in its only TNG appearance, as well as the majority of its appearances in Deep Space Nine, looks like a simple sandwich wrap. But in the episode's second skin, while it's hard to judge, Hasperat seems to be 2 fillets with noodles or salad and a soup. In Wrongs Darker Than Death or Night, Kira's mother calls what looks like a hummus-style dip Hasperat. And in the episode Sacrifice of Angels, Quark serves a Hasperat souffle to distract a Cardassian guard, which is a variation that we are very much looking forward to trying. So building a real Hasperat recipe has become this fun little archaeological project, piecing together clues from 30 years of Trek and translating them into something people today actually want to eat. As always, we are creating this recipe using our 3 golden rules. It has to at least look like it does in the show, it has to be simple enough for anyone to make, and it has to be something you genuinely want to eat. While the pork cooks, prepare the sauce by combining 2 tablespoons of Sriracha, half a cup of mayonnaise, and a generous squeeze of lime juice. Set aside. When the cooking time is complete, release the pressure, remove the pork, and shred it with 2 forks. Leave the sauce in the cooker to reduce slightly, then return the shredded pork and let it soak up all that rich, spicy flavour. Warm a large flour tortilla in a pan. Spread on a generous dollop of Sriracha mayonnaise, then layer fresh spinach leaves, the shredded pork, and a scoopful of your pickled vegetables. Roll tightly, and if you want extra texture, toast the wrap in a skillet or press until golden. Serve whole or sliced, garnish with fresh radish, jalapeno rings, coriander, and an extra drizzle of Sriracha mayonnaise. And there you have it, the 10 Forward Test Kitchen's Bajoran Hasperat. This one certainly packs a punch, so if you're spice averse, feel free to ease off on the chili. Otherwise, this is a bold, flavor-forward meal perfect for lunch or dinner and absolutely worthy of being passed down through the generations. Since episode 1, you've given us some fantastic ideas for what to cook next, from Hasperat to gak and even Andorian cabbage soup. We've also had a surprising number of requests for Star Trek drinks as well, so please keep those suggestions coming and we'd love to slot some of these into future episodes. And if you cook any of our recipes at home, please share your creations with us on social media, because we'd love to see them. And if you've enjoyed our Hasperat, let us know in the comments below what Star Trek recipes you'd like to see next. Until next time.